Hi, it's Ewan Ellery here making bonsai in Australia, and in this video I'm taking the first steps in turning my two Castlewellan Golds into bonsai. So this is going to be the second repotting, and the first time I'm actually going to be root pruning them to a certain degree. So I have pruned them in the past, so you can see for instance just there, I pruned it back there. So just pruned it back just to get a little bit more taper in the trunks, but this is going to be the first time that I'm actually pruning them with any specific intent. So just take it out of its pot. So you can see from the ball of the roots there, definitely isn't popped out yet, but just want to see what we're dealing with, and just kind of repotting it a little bit earlier because they have grown quite well, and just so I can get an early start on trying to refine the root mass at the bottom. So especially because of the type of soil I put these in, so this one was in, it's very well drainage soil with a lot of vermiculite, perlite, and then a bit of peat moss, and then just a little bit of the average garden soil, so potting mix, sorry. So quite well drained soil that it was initially in. So because of that, there aren't any real standout kind of like large roots more so than any of the rest. So I'll just rinse this off now and go from there. Okay, so as you can see, there's quite a tight mass of roots just at the bottom there now. Mostly I think that's residual from when it was in the little sleeve pot, so it was very compact then. Did loosen the roots up a little bit, but it was very very root bound. So now I'm just going to prune back the bottom of this mess just to start to get a little bit better, more of a flat kind of root structure. So cool. So that'll probably do. There's one other root that's kind of thicker than the rest and kind of coming out all over the place, so just prune that back a little. So hopefully the roots there will be fine. For the most part, really don't need these lower little branches. Would like the base of the tree to start, the first branches to start a little bit higher up the trunk. Now I could use them for, and I probably will use some of them just for developing taper, so just as sacrificial branches, but for now I don't need those. Now for the top of the tree, probably prune it back just to there, so there's plenty of little little branches kind of starting off on the side here, so one of those can take off. And then it's just going to be a method of just kind of creating a little bit of a dome shape. So yeah, just kind of pruning back, prune off a few of these little tiny ones, especially ones that are coming in, don't need it. Prune this old dead branch back flat. So just a bit of a formal upright structure for now. So I'm not going to turn them into proper bonsai yet, they're still well under established, but I am just going to put them into these little training pots that I've made. A little bit shallow, a little bit large for the tree as they currently stand, but yeah, basically just put them in there just to give them a little bit more room to grow. Okay, so now that we've finished this one, I'm just going to move on to the other. So this one I'm planning on styling a little bit differently, just to kind of see how it goes. So just going to, now I would be using slightly thinner wire given the thickness of the trunk, yet kind of limited in only having a few different, styles of, a few different thicknesses of wire. So I'll try and get that down in there a little. So just gonna try and turn this into a little bit of a S shape there. Okay. So take it out of this pot. I'm probably going to keep a fair bit of the root mass on this one. It's a fair bit loose already by the looks of it. So just vaguely chop the bottom a little and just put a layer of soil just in the bottom of the pot. And just reusing the same soil for this one. So now I've got that soil there. Now I don't have moss, so I'm just going to put another layer of different type of soil on top, just because it looks a little nicer. And just being slightly larger kind of rocks moss and stuff on the top, it just yeah, kind of retains that moisture a little bit better. Alright, so I'll leave some of these branches on the side, but as with the last, don't want these bottom ones, I want the trunk to start a little bit higher up, and just with branches that are kind of coming in towards the center a little bit, center of the curve in the trunk. Just kind of remove those. Some of these smaller ones. And also with the branches that are now kind of poking down. Don't want those. Just prune a little bit back into profile for some of these branches here. Let them grow a little bit just to thicken it out down the bottom, just get a bit more taper in the trunk, but at the same time really don't want them to be the primary kind of branch. Now I could leave these as the one of these as the main primary trunk, yet both of these ones kind of go straight up, and then I've got this branch here which is kind of coming back in a little bit the way that I want the branch to go. Given how early on it is, I just want to use this one piece of wire for now. Don't want to use too many bits of wiring, just let it grow, and then ultimately down the track I'll see what I'm working with, kind of do a bit more refinement. So just going to get rid of the main part of that. So then I'll have this new growth here as kind of the primary leader, and we'll go from there. So yeah, very early days for both of these. So here are my two new Castlewellan Golds. So very different styling for both of these. This one, yeah, just a formal upright, starting to get it developed. Both of them in pots that are quite large for their size, but just training pots that I made recently. And this one starting to get a little bit of an S shape to the trunk, and then yeah, yet again, yeah, a few little branches down the bottom here just to get a little bit more taper in future, and might use them as secondary trunks down the road. So I do make a lot of videos such as this on my channel, so if you're into this kind of content, please subscribe and stay in tune for my future videos as I release them. So look, thanks for your time today. Enjoy. Bye.